30 days ago, we brought in our day-old chicks. It was a very exciting moment as a farmer because we actually closed that bridge. The bridge which we have always looked forward, the 1000 bridge. Now, this is a dream we've always dreamed about. The landmark 1000 goals. I mean, it reminded me when I created this channel. And for a very long time, I was always looking for that 1000 landmark of subscribers. Because believe me, one day you have 0 subscribers. The next day you have 10, and then the next day, you continue building, but you have a goal. And for me, that moment was always a 1000 landmark. And when we did reach that as a channel, I was very excited. I was happy, and I was like, this is amazing. This is a community we've been building. Now, back to the chicken rearing. When we started this journey, and guys, this has to be more than 3 years ago. There was no single time we said we're gonna do 1000, because trust me, this is one of the most expensive projects, if you're a poultry farmer, you can ever have. Starting with the day-old chicks themselves, because believe it or not, they are very expensive. When you go to the feeds themselves, very expensive. When you go to the management, very expensive. So it's no wonder most of the small scale farmers always tend to do between 100 chicken, 150, 200, and even 300 chickens. And you have to respect that. But for a very long time, we've always been doing this. 100, 250, 300, and maybe 500 chicken at our goal. But this time, we thought, why not 1000? I mean, we've had stories of farmers from within the coastal region, within other parts of Kenya, and even outside the borders of Kenya itself. They have been doing bigger numbers. So, was the Afri Farmer really ready to scale? Well, we did make the risk, we did make the jump, and trust me, we didn't have everything we needed, because even most of the time, we didn't even have enough budget. Now you have to realize how crazy that is. But still, nevertheless, I was like, as an entrepreneur, let's go for it. As our famous finance minister from Uganda was like, relax guys, money will come. But deep inside, I know we didn't have enough money, but still, we were waiting for money. So I don't know when the money will come, but hey, I kept telling myself, money will come. So to summarize this project has been very, very expensive, nerve-wracking, and I was scared, because if I say I was not scared, I mean, that's 1000 risk in your farm. Anything could go wrong. It could go either succeed or one day you could lose everything. So you also have to realize the kind of the risk small scale farmers take, but they only have just one hope. You do everything right from the management in hope everything will work out. Now, ladies and gentlemen, this is more than 30 days later since we started this journey. Day 1, week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4. We have been monitoring these birds. We even had our favorite series now, the Feed Wars. And trust me, I think there's something we will continue creating. I'm excited. So, if you are a manufacturer of animal feeds in Kenya and you want me to feature you want me to feature your brand, trust me, you don't need to pay me. I will happily do the experiment for you, because here at Afri Farmer, we want to save farmers. Farmers don't need to do the expensive experiments. Reach out, bring your brand. I'll be happy to do a 30-day challenge with your animal feeds, even if it's for 10 birds, even if it's for 50 birds. Afri Farmer is ready so that our farmers can actually know which is the most amazing brand in Kenya for broiler chicken right now. I'm not going to be biased because as Afri Farmer feeds, we don't manufacture animal pellets, so we'll sit out. So I'll not be biased. So in case you are wondering, this guy is trying to promote his own animal feeds. Yeah, in case you don't know, yeah, we have an amazing brand of Afri Farmer feeds, and we tend to manufacture affordable chicken feeds for small scale farmers here in the coastal region. But we only do mash foods, which means we don't do crumbs, we don't do pellets. And for this battle is the battle for those people who produce crumbs and pellets. We want to see which brand works and is it true. So if you're a feed manufacturer and you want us to feature you in the Feed Wars series, reach out to Afri Farmer. Of course, this is our email address right here. You can reach us all. You can subscribe to this channel and drop me a comment below and say, I like to be featured. Now, I know for you, viewer, you have been wondering, so for 4 weeks, what happened? Did you achieve the results you've been looking for? Did the feeds perform? Did the birds get processed? So I've been waiting for this journey for a very long time, and today is 32 days, 2 days later than when I was supposed to film this vlog, because you understand, as an entrepreneur, we have a lot of stuff at the farm. Sometimes you're running a marketing campaign, you're running a processing, you're still looking for money, and you're also running the strategies. But today, I want to show you guys what we've been able to do. So what we'll be doing is we are sorting these birds, and because we have standing orders, and a big shout out to all the clients for Afri Farmer, starting from Mombasa. Huge shout out to Dr. Samir for always supporting our farm, for even referring us to more than 5 outlets in Mombasa, which has turned out to be very amazing. And also for our local consumers here within Kilifi, big thank you for believing in Afri Farmer. Now, of all those clients, they have placed their orders, and some are very precise. They say, I want a 1.3 chicken deadweight. I want a 1.4 chicken deadweight. And I want a 1.2 chicken deadweight. Now, as a farmer, it's up to you before the processor comes to sort your chicken. And I'll continue urging you as a farmer, for you to do a profitable broiler farming, you need to understand how weight works. How it works in the market, how it works in processing, and what's the cost behind that. Because trust me, if you're not careful with your weight, the profit will also not be careful with you, and the losses will become your friend. So this is why it's a very key process here at Afri Farmer. Before we sell our chicken, before we give it to the end users, we always do this. So let's get to see how much our birds weigh. Processing teams comes tomorrow morning. They know exactly which chicken to pick and what desired weight it's there. Now come closer. Look at this, how beautiful it is. Wow. Mark So this guy, he brought himself, and he is 1.7 kgs. So guys, I'm joined by my good friend here, and I can tell you this is a very heavy chicken. So ideally, he possibly weigh close to 1.7, and I can actually confirm it with Robert. Um, this is why it's so essential to measure your chicken. Robert, you just confirm this guy. So I've just been confirmed. He is 1.8. Now, most people ask me, why are you obsessed with numbers? Um, Something I've come to realize is, as a farmer, as an entrepreneur, you're not just a farmer, you're actually an entrepreneur. You need to see beyond the normal farming as the way most people see it. For us at Afri Farmer, this is a business. We need to see how these birds are gaining. Are they fetching the right weight, or are we still at the loss making? This is the only way you are able to see the performance for your bird. So if you're a farmer, this is one key thing I want to challenge you. There is mid-morning. Monitor the weight of your birds. Monitor the production. Get to see if indeed this is working or is not working. Because trust me, ladies and gentlemen, sometimes farming, it doesn't have to work. And this is why on this channel we tell the truth. Sometimes you make losses. But then if you make losses, do you know exactly what went wrong? If you make profit, do you know exactly what went right? And in entrepreneurship, what we say is once you know what exactly works best, then you need to replicate that. Because if it cannot be replicated, then you'll continue on the loss making journey. Now, it's very funny when I tend to look outside. It's very beautiful, and I think that's why I have a bias for this particular building. Most of my videos I've been literally making them in this building right here. Now, I feel at day 32 we have literally talked a lot in terms of our market, in terms of what has worked for the production, and the kind of the support that successful entrepreneurs need to give to the upcomers like us. And I feel there's so much more we can talk, but hey, I know you don't have 30 minutes to listen to me. So I'm gonna do you a favor, and I'll end this vlog right here. But I feel this is whereby we can have constructive conversations going forward. There's a lot of videos we need to talk, we need to share what we know, what we don't know. But then, how do you get to know these stories if you've not subscribed? So if you are new to the channel, consider hitting that subscribe button to Afri Farmer. And obviously, if you're the returning viewer, you are the OG at Afri Farmer. So thank you so much for the amazing support you've been giving us since we started this journey. And wherever you are, don't shy off to leave a comment. And of course, before you go, there is an amazing vlog for you right here. Click it, watch it, and let me know what you think in the comment section below. Until next time, this is Afri Farmer. Bye bye.